Good morning, friends. We are working on chapter 9.3 in our math book. It's measuring with a metric ruler, which we talked about the other day. Measures in centimeters, meters, kilometers, instead of inches, feet, and miles. So I have some things laid out for us. I'm just going to go through and kind of practice them with you. And then you will use your centimeter rulers at home to measure the things in the book, and there'll be a separate video for that. So I'm going to flip you around, and you can see I have some shells here to measure, and I'm going to use my ruler. Remember, when you look at your ruler, you want to look at the side that goes all the way up to 30. Or if you have a shorter ruler, it would be the one that is labeled as centimeters, not as inches. And remember, a centimeter is about as big as your tip of your finger, not the top part of your thumb like an inch is. So here's my shells, because I thought it would remind us all of the beach. So I'm going to take my ruler. We'll look at the big one first. I'm going to line up the end of my shell with my 0. You can see that there. I'm going to come all the way across, and this one looks like it's about 13 centimeters. So when I write 13 centimeters, I do it like this. All right, 13. And then I abbreviate it with a little cm instead of doing that big long word centimeters. So that's my biggest shell, and then we'll go through and I'll measure the rest of them. You can guess which one will have the smallest number. Would probably be this guy up here, and these two look like they're about the same. So I'm going to measure these real fast to show you how to do it. Oh, what did I do wrong? The wrong side of my ruler. See how it says inch? So I need to flip it around, put it down, and it looks like this one is going to be just a little bit more than 7 centimeters. So I will write 7 centimeters for this one. You have to label what you're measuring, the unit. Otherwise, people could think you're measuring in chickens or footballs. What do you think this one is? Is it 20 centimeters? No. It's in between 10 and 11, a little more than 10 and a half. So I'm going to call this one 11 centimeters. And we didn't get into halves or anything yet, so we don't have to worry about that. So we've done those 3. Let's check this guy. This guy starts at 0, comes across, and what's that number? It's almost to the 9. You are right, almost to the, oh wait, I moved it. 0, it's really closer to 8. 8 centimeters. I would take 9 as an answer, but it's really closer to 8. I think this one's gonna also be about 8 because it's pretty close in size. Let's look. Here's that 0, comes across, just about 8. All right, Mr. Sup, good guess. 8 centimeters. 3 more to go. We love collecting shells when we go to the beach. Can't wait to go to the beach. I don't know about you. So I put it on 0, come across, and it's just about 7 centimeters for this guy. This one, 0, come across, also just about 6.5. So we will say also 7 centimeters. Now those look a little different, the shapes of these two shells. Sorry, I forgot to say. But if you lay them like that, you can see they're about the same across. They just look a little different because they're 2 different types of seashells, 2 different types of clamshells. And this one is a little broken, but we'll come across and we will call that just about 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters. Now, let's look for a second. How would I know if I made a mistake and I used the wrong side of my ruler? Well, if I know this one's right and it's 13, and then all of a sudden I go and I measure this one, and I forget to flip my ruler, and I use inches, and I'm like, oh, I put it on my 0, come over. Oh, it's 4 centimeters. That would not make sense, because if this is 13, if I'm saying this is 4 centimeters, something's wrong. So if you have any numbers that look a little weird, I guess, when you're doing your work in your book, just make sure you're using the right side of your ruler. And remember, if you don't have a centimeter ruler, have mom or dad send me a message and I will figure out how to get one to you. I do have a bag of them in the other room. You can see the sun is out today. Today is Wednesday. It's when I make my videos for Thursday. So hopefully you got out and enjoyed the nice weather today, which tomorrow will be yesterday. Does that make sense? All right, I miss you guys. Keep up the good work.